3, 2, 1.
Good day everyone, Garage King here, and welcome to the December 2023 Snap-on Christmas Special Flyer. This one's valid from December 1st to December 31st of 2023. There's lots in here for everybody. We got some clothes as well as tools. We got some cool deals, and I think I found something as low as $13 that actually had the Snap-on name on it. So let's check it out. We'll start here with the gloves. And you can see they are branded. They have the Snap-on name on it. And if we pan over here, the gloves here are $35. The calendars here, they don't have a price, so we'll just pan over those very quickly. We have these square to hex adapters. They vary on the price from 24 to 34, actually not that bad. If I was gonna get one, I'd get the 3/8 to 1/4 hex. The problem with me is I use this little cheap adapter here. It does work like a charm, and I just put it on that tool over there, and it does the job. So I don't think I would actually buy them. Here we have some magnetic nut drivers. Now these are not Snap-on, they are Blue Point, and there is the price for those. Phone cases and mounts, so they range from $46 all the way up to $78. And here's what they look like. So you have your phone case, and then you have all the mounts for your car. Let me know if anyone has actually used this and how well they stick, because that's quite pricey for that. Now, let's pan over and look at some clothes. So here we have some socks. We have a bunch of different styles. We have low rise, medium, high rise, and we even got some woolly socks. It does say see your dealer for pricing. However, I can tell you they were on sale last month for $8 a pair. All things being equal, they should remain at $8 a pair. At the bottom here, we have temperature probes, liquid, air, and surface. And if we pan in there, that's the price we're gonna pay, about $75 for that. So let's turn the page and let's keep going. Let's see what we find next. Alrighty, so here we have some flexible magnetic tool holders. Now, one of my viewers before, on one of my other videos, was kind enough to say that Easy Red manufactures most of these, so you can find them cheaper. They are a little different. I did a little bit of research, and it seems that that viewer was right. So thank you for providing me with that information. There you can see, this is 3-piece here, and you can hang, I guess, cans of paint or whatever if you want on your toolbox. The problem is, these things are still fairly expensive. I mean, we're looking at $54. Don't judge me. I use these ones. So yeah, mine's kind of messy, and I could definitely use some cleaning there. But I just don't know if you would use these. Same with these other mats. The screwdrivers perhaps, and the wrenches I would be interested in. Those ones I would be. Let's pan in here and let's get you some good pricing just so you're aware. There's a flexible mat. And if you're wondering, that's that one here. That's the mat. Then you got the wrench holders, screwdriver holders, and the 3-piece can set holder that I showed you. Now we have some magnetic parts disassembly trays. They are all the same. It just depends on how they're arranged with the cavities. Here's what they look like. And you know what? I was thinking of buying these. They are magnetic on the bottom, so that's quite nice. Well, let me show you. Let me show you my toolbox. So here's my toolbox. Well, one of the drawers anyway, and it is just too messy. So I was thinking if I got that, it might help me out, but I don't know. There's a lot of junk, and I think I need to do a garage sale. So anyway, I was thinking of buying those. Next up, if we get back into the flyer here, we can see these socket holders. Now, these ones I've never been a big fan of that have these plastic pokey things, because I don't know, I've just never been a big fan of them. Here they are right down here, and they are anywhere from $40 to $49 for those. So I don't know. If anyone actually buys these and uses them, please let me know. I've never been a really big fan of those. Let's pan over here and keep going. Now here we get some excellent stuff. We get some magnetic mats. So we have a 12 by 2 inch strip. We got a 4.5 by 4.5 mini mat. We got a 10 by 10 tray, and it unsnaps so you can take it apart. And here we have a little micro mat. Pay attention here. So here for the magnetic strip, we're looking at $37. For the mini mat, $36. Now that one there is the 4 by 4 right there, or 4.5 by 4.5. And that little tiny one, there you go, that's it. I promised it, $13.25, and it has a Snap-on name on it. Now we have the folding tray for $76. Now these magnetic bowls, you can see they vary. That one's $29. That one is $51. They are branded Blue Point. The problem with Blue Point sometimes is you don't know who makes it. Now I have a cheap one here. This back sort of comes off, and you know, I think I paid like $10 or $15 for this. Harbor Freight's probably got them pretty cheap. So these I would maybe stay away from. These I would maybe consider buying. What else do we have down here? We have some things to organize your tools. O and P. Let's go down there. So the storage rack for O is $77. And this one here is designed for electrical test leads. So you can plug on and clip all your test leads onto this one. And the other one here is just a multi-purpose one. It's $64. And you know what? It says heavy duty wire arms will not bend. So it's not supposed to bend. I wouldn't be doing pull-ups on it, but anyway, it's not supposed to bend. Not supposed to bend. Here up next, we have a 4-piece Torx Instinct soft grip mini tip screwdriver set. That is $81, and that is over there. You get to pick your color with your Instinct handles. Now me, I have some Torx screwdrivers. I really wanted the snap-on ones, but you know what? I love these Craftsman ones, and these ones here are actually, I believe they're made in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these ones are made in Canada, and I really I like them, so I'm going to keep them. I have my Instinct. I do like the Instinct handles, but as you can see here, I also like, you know, those old classic hard handle design. Next up, we have a ratcheting screwdriver, and if we look at the price of that one is $90. It says everybody pretty much needs one. Everyone needs one. Well, you know what? I have one. And surprisingly, I do use it quite a bit. So, I don't know. It's up to you. It's $90, but they do work very well. They do work very well. And then lastly, we have some electronic thin blade screwdrivers. You can see there's the price of them. They're about $20, and that's what they look like. Let's turn the page, everyone. All right, now I need advice on this. So I'm asking for your advice on this because I do take your advice. Those that have purchased these lights that go around your head, let me know if they actually dim out because they are on sale right here. 300 lumens is pretty decent. They're $120. I bought these, I cheaped out on Amazon and I bought these. Believe it or not, I use these to scale my dog's teeth. I maybe disclose too much, you're getting to know me a little bit, or brushing my dog's teeth. And the problem with this is it dims after like 30 seconds to a minute. It just doesn't stay bright. So if these hold the brightness, please let me know because I'd be interested, and honestly, I think I'm gonna pick up a set. Now, next up, we have some other lights right here. And if we look at the price there, they're 300 lumens as well, $84. And there, I'm gonna show you, there's a bendable light for $69. And if we pan over, that's right there, that's that bendable one. That would be very interesting to have because I think that would get into a lot of really nice places. These ones here, 500 lumen, there's the price of those, $104. And then over here, we just have some jumper leads for $40, and there are the jumper leads. What do we have next? Let's see, let's flip these little wish lists. That's just an ordering. I guess if you don't have a dealer on hand, you can order them if you wish. Now we have some nice lights right there, letter F. They're project lights, 425 lumen, 8-hour project light, $152, not too bad. So here we have a creeper set. Now this creeper set is on sale for $252. It's got really good casters on it. Apparently it's probably built very well, and for that price it should be. I'm not crazy about the drawer because I wouldn't use the drawer, but I really would like to get a new creeper. I'll show you, here's the two creepers I use. You can see this one's quite an embarrassment. I think I tripped on it one day when I was doing something, and anyway, it sort of broke, but I sit on it, it's fine. I bought another one and I cheaped out, and the problem is it's already coming apart. And I just don't like it. And as I mentioned, you can see the drawers are like brand new. I don't put anything in the drawers. However, this is already falling apart. So if someone could tell me the quality of the snap-on, I guess vinyl, how well they last, I would appreciate that. Now let's get back to our flyer. So now we have test lights. So eliminate the guesswork. So these ones show you the voltage and they show you the polarity. And yes, I do have one. I have purchased one. It's right here. It does work like a charm. I really enjoy it. And the price of that one is $130. Now, just so you know, the classic one is $86. Everyone should have one. Here's my classic one. I use it more than this one, and the reason is this one will dim. You can measure resistance problems. It really helps. This one's really good. The only thing is that it's obviously not going to show you your voltage, but you know if it's dim, well, you got low voltage. If it's bright, you got high voltage, but it's just not as accurate as this one, and this one will show you your polarity as well. So just thought I'd mention that, but if I was beginning in the trade, I would go for the basic one because you can just never go wrong and it'll just do so much. Next up, K, we have some punches, long punch set. Quite pricey, however, I've received some comments that they are worth the money and they really do work. My punches are just cheaper punches. Here you can see, here's my punch drawer. I got a bunch of punches in there. They're just cheaper punches, but they seem to do the job well. But you know what? I think I may treat myself to a snap-on set. The only snap-on I have in this drawer is for my air hammers. I do have a few air hammer bits and they work fantastic. Now I saw this, it says light up your work area. Now get this, let's pay attention here. It's called the wedge. So here if we look at the wedge, we can see it's $180. So at first we're a little concerned with the price, but take a look at the lumen on this. So it says consistent 300 lumen. 69 meter beam runs 3 hours. Okay, so 300 lumens we know is bright, but it can do this burst thing for 35 seconds of 1,000 lumens, and it's really small, so it would be super, super bright. So I find that quite interesting, and I may actually consider that just because of the size and the output. Now, next up, what we have is a combination drive lock-a-socket tray. Now, if anyone's ever bought one of these, please let me know. They're $218 each. You can choose your color and you can fit all your sockets on there. Now for me, what I did early in my career is I made these. We didn't have these. So here's the top of my toolbox and you can see I have aluminum cut and then I riveted on where I needed all of my sockets. And you can see there, these ones I got a little lazy a little later in my career and I bought these ones, which they're not snap-on, and I was thinking of replacing this one with the snap-on one. But these ones, I just don't want to replace because, well, they're sort of sentimental. When I started early in my career, I cut and, I spent a lot of time organizing them, and I still have some room I could rivet some trays on, but, you want to go shallow to deep at the back, so it makes it easy to reach. All right, time to turn the page. What do we have next? All right, so now here, we have some butane soldering iron kit. Now this is 25 to 130 watt, and butane, I guess that's what it's rated as. You can see there's the price, $246, and it even comes with some special tips to cut and weld a variety of plastics. So I like that. I think that's pretty good. And here we have an air solvent gun. It is a Blue Point. Still, it is $220. And then for $130, we got our multicolor high power butane torches. And here we have a heavy duty design brake press. I've never seen this one before. This one, letter D. There we go, letter D. This one is $297.95. Now, I'm actually quite interested in this because I do a lot of brake jobs. And at the moment, I just use this. I have a Blue Point one. But I find the problem is sometimes it's too thick for rear brakes. That's the thing. So I generally use this on front brakes only, but I would be very interested if someone could tell me how tight this closes and if you can use it on rear brakes. If you can use it on front and rear, I'd be really interested in getting this. So if someone could let me know that, I would appreciate that because unfortunately it doesn't say in the specifications here. Now this tool here, it's made by Gerber. Number E, and that is Snap-on multi-tool, but it is, like I said, it's made by Gerber and it's $200, so I don't know if I would spend $200 on that. We do have a 3-piece Instinct trim pad tool set, $151, and there you go. You can get it in 2 different colors. Choose your color. I don't know if I would spend that much on these. All right, you can see here I have this one here for pulling out clips, and I should have another one if I'm looking somewhere around here, and I better have not lost it on the job. Yeah, right here. So I have these 2, and I use these a lot, and honestly, a lot of times when I'm taking off these car clips, you gotta pull with your fingers. So I don't know if those long ones would really work, but if you think they would work, let me know. Because I've never actually used these long ones, so it would be interesting to see how well they actually work. Let's move along to the next page. All right, so we got a light. I'd like to have that. 2700 lumens is super bright, so no lie about that. The fan, it would be interesting. I wouldn't mind a fan, but don't really need it. And I don't need this big blower, but you know what? For you folks that wanna maybe buy them, that's the price. So there's the floodlight. Keep in mind it's a tool only, and that's $276. There you go, heavy duty fan, $283, tool only again, and then the leaf blower, tool only, $288. Now here we have a cordless floodlight for $133, and that is letter J. So let's pan over letter J, and those are there. That is our floodlights. And here we have stud removal and install kits. So let's pan over there, and we can see there are the prices. So just over $200 there. And if you're wondering what this is just above, that is Master's Choice pencil tire gauge in solid maple box. So it's a pressure gauge, and that's 126, and that is over there K. So it does make a nice gift, but it's pretty pricey for just a tire gauge, but it's kind of old school. It's got the one that, you know, shoots out at the back. So it's kind of neat. Next up, we have a tire inflator. Keep in mind, this is a heavy duty one. It's got a 30 millimeter high volume piston. It is 316. I don't know, you can get much better prices elsewhere, I think, for that. However, the one thing that does catch my mind is this vacuum. And I know I've spoken about it before and I haven't bought it. It's on sale again. And there you go, there's the vacuum. I do a lot of detailing and I think I would really like this vacuum, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Let's get down here into our rechargeable tools. Now, I know I've received a lot of comments. Rechargeable tools are getting very expensive, and they are. Micro lithium cordless ratchets here. These are the 14.4 volt, and there's a price of them. So yeah, very expensive. Now these prices, the more expensive prices, they come with 2 batteries and a charger, and there's the tool only if you want. And then here we have the die grinders. So you can either get right angle, or you can get straight, so D and E. So let's check it out. So here's our right angle die grinder, and you can see there it's $825 for the kit. That's your batteries included and a charger, or tool only is $480. And then we get our long neck die grinder. So these are the straight ones, and it's $800 for the kit, or $454 for just the tool only. So I find those to be super expensive, but maybe they just work really well. I'm not too sure. Next up, what we have is a dial indicator gauge, and that is letter F. And if we take a look at that, we can see that one is $526. Now, unless you're doing engine work, I don't think you need this. I have a cheaper one. If you're just doing rotor run out, you know, for brakes and stuff like that, a cheaper one will more than do. But I do have an expensive one that I use when I'm doing engine work. Okay, and I got it set up. I zeroed the indicator so you can actually see it's 5. So that's our plate, 0.05 of a millimeter. So we're gonna convert that into inches. But I saved that one just only for engine work. Next up, we have a scope. It's still pretty pricey at $900. And then we have our 14.4 volt quarter drive wrenches. And we got a kit here for $780, or the tool only for $435. Now that is a quarter drive impact, and those are right over there. So there's your quarter drive impact, and you can choose your color. Then we have sort of like a mini Sawzall, the perfect size saw, and there is the prices. And it's interesting now how they have the kit or the tool only. So it really is up to you what you wish. I was gonna say that's it, but that's not it. We still have some stuff here. So we have a punch and chisel set, another one. And how much is that going to run us back? That is going to run us back $349 for that one. Then we got some helmets here, so different style. I'll just pan over. There you can see there is the price for the helmets. We have a stud kit, and this one is just sort of an add-on to those stud kits we saw earlier. There you can see it supplements the MSK10, which was a few pages ago. And then lastly, this is what I'm looking for advice on, and you know, it is last, but it's a timing belt service kit. It's $472. I know Snap-on is premium, it is expensive, but when you're doing engine work like this, it may come in super handy. So there is the timing belt kit. If anyone has purchased this and used this, please let me know the quality. I would really appreciate that. And you know what? Merry Christmas to everyone. That's it for the flyer for December. That's the Snap-on Christmas special flyer for December. And you know what? I will see you in a few weeks giving you the January flyer, and we'll see what type of deals we have for Snap-on in the new year. That's it for now. Garage King over and out.